Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today in this video, I am finally going to be reviewing Paw Patrol The Mighty Movie. Now, I may have done this in the past with my promised Mighty Movie review, but as I explained in my previous video, which I hoped you guys have already seen, if you've not seen it, go check it out, that video is not going to be releasing anytime soon. By the way, it's currently 6:30 a.m. and I'm just on a school day, so I'm just trying to get this out of the way before I had to go to school. Yes, I had to be quiet. So without further ado, I am going to be doing the review right now. I gotta do it quick and fast because I do not want to make this video too long, and and stay tuned for the 3-part series where I describe everything that I've made the film, and then after that, maybe I'll have a Geometry Dash video in the future. I don't know, but either way, hey, hopefully you guys enjoy this video.
So to make things quick and simple, the animation is pretty good. And even though it did not change too much from the animation style from the first film, you could easily tell that in some scenes you could very clearly tell that they put in a little bit more effort into the animation, especially considering the fact that the fur movement looked very realistic inside this film. And not only that, could possibly explain the $4 million budget increase from the first film. To be honest with you, I'm not even going to be surprised if most of this budget is hiring people like Kim Kardashian or something. But anyways, the animation is overall just pretty good. Like the action scenes really are really when the animation style shows. And I would definitely say that it's definitely better than the first film, but not marginally better. Like if you compare if you compare these two photos, then you can sort of see why. So anyways, that's my quick rundown of the animation, and let's move on to a few more things. By the way, because I want this video to be short and simple, I actually want to make sure that I save the story and more specifically the characters for the 3-part series in the future. So anyways, how about let's just move on to the story. So to be honest with you, the story is still good. I mean, I don't understand why a lot of people hate this story, but I do understand it at the same time. This is one thing that I actually don't like more than the first film, and that is just simply just the story. Like, the first film had a pretty decent story, and especially considering the fact that it is targeting trauma, which is a very intense topic for people like Nickelodeon, making it the first time that they actually decided to tackle something as serious as that since Rango, 10 years prior, 13 years as of this video's making. And currently, I would definitely say that the story is not an improvement over the first film, but it is still good enough. Like, there's a few tiny little details, like the scene when Sky got to the crystals, but eventually he loses them to Victoria Vance. That is sort of a small storyline saying that your actions have consequences. And not only that, this will be foreshadowing for the 3-part series. So the story is not marginally better, but there are tiny little details scattered throughout this film that I actually like. Again, another foreshadow for the 3-part series. So anyways, yes, the story's not as good. It's just tiny little details every once in a while. I'm not going to get into too much of the characters now, but I gotta mention a few of it right now, so... Yippee! So the first characters I'm going to go over are the villains. And I'm just going to go over both of them one by one before I tell my opinions. First of all, we have Victoria Vance. Immediately, one of the best villains in Paw Patrol history. I would definitely say she's not the best villain. That title definitely goes to Sid Swashbuckles, in my opinion. And majority would definitely say Sweetie's the best. But arguably, Victoria Vance is definitely one of the best villains throughout this entire film. Not that becoming one of the first villains to actually have a backstory, which I actually like, and it's something that we very rarely see throughout the films. which, I mean, throughout the entire series as a whole, pretty much. It really wasn't until the films where we get to learn a little bit more about about the background stories of the people. And her reasoning makes sense. It's just that I think she let the words get to her mind a little bit too much, and then she just went AWOL to the point where she's literally like, okay, let's end the world. A little bit of foreshadowing right there. So, the next person that we're going to be talking about is, drumroll please,
Mayor Humdinger!
Yeah, Mayor Humdinger in this film, he is pretty much the same as he's pretty much the same as he was in the first film. And overall, I would definitely say that he's definitely very bearable. He's not in the film too much, but then, and he's not the main threat. It's just that he's far more entertaining in this film than he was in the first film, even though in the first film he was still absolutely hysterical. Well, and to be honest, I would not be surprised if people are starting to get mad that Mayor Humdinger is in the series, but I think people don't mind that he's in the films. Hopefully in the third film he's not one of the main antagonists. Instead, maybe could possibly help the pups. But that's a topic for another video. So anyways, are my opinions on the villains as a whole. And in my opinion, the villains in this film is arguably one of the best. I mean, yes, we still have Mayor Humdinger, and Victoria Vance can get obnoxious a few times, but then again, and she's not terribly obnoxious like
Lady Bird.
So I would definitely say that the villains are definitely good, but there was one takeaway about these two. They are literally the first people to actually kill the pups at point blank range. I am not even joking. Literally, Mayor Humdinger literally said the lines himself.
Hold still so I can squash you!
I would definitely say that they definitely were trying to kill the pups, especially because of the fact that Mayor Humdinger said that he had unfinished business with the pups. That was only just to be taken down by the fire pup. But which is definitely single-handedly one of the best hot one-liners. And now let's get over to a character that's completely the opposite of what I think. So now let me get this out of the way. Ryder is a little bit more unbearable in this film than he was in the first film. I mean, he's not a bad character. He said a few lines I actually like I guess it's time to do this the old-fashioned way. Like, that one is awesome. But overall, he really did not decide to try and help Sky at all.
Even though there's literally one character who decided to do it himself, but that's going to be saved for the 3-part series.
So anyways, Ryder is not as good in the first film. And even though I do like Finley Yep, giving a very similar performance to Will Brisbane,
who I actually by accident met in real life.
No, literally, like, look at these photos of me and Will. We literally met, and I went to the same school as he does, and this photo was taken shortly after I'd done my play, The Lost Boy. So now I'm doing Bad Seed, hence why it explains that video.
Another foreshadow.
So Ryder is not unbearable in this film. It's just that he's not as good as he was in the first film. And to be honest with you, literally, if I were to show you one of the stories I'm cooking up right now, literally Ryder's absent for the most part of the story, which I will eventually reveal in the future. So, without further ado, let's just end on a more positive note, talking about to one more character. No, not one more character. 4 more characters that's going to be in that's going to be in this section instead. This will be fun. Okay, I'm going to make this quick and simple. Liberty is literally a mother figure to the Junior Patrollers. The Junior Patrollers are just awesome. Liberty is still the same, even though I do not understand why people hate her. She's literally a part of my top 3 favorite characters in all of Paw Patrol history. Up there with Sky and Marshall and Jizz and Jazz. But overall, these characters are just amazing. Even though Electric Dragons had said something about Liberty that I don't understand, and go check out that video. I'm not even sure if I'm going to even put the link in the description, but go check it out. I'll put the screenshot on screen. But overall, the Junior Patrollers are just fun. The Liberty is just fun. Liberty, literally, if she adopts the Junior Patrollers, please, I would love this so much. So anyways, that is going to conclude my Mighty movie review. I mean, my original version is not out yet, but the 3-part series will be coming out soon, and hopefully you all like, share, and subscribe. A stream, and that stream is just going to be titled "Doing Whatever Chat Stream." So overall, this is just a good film overall. I'm going to explain a few things in the 3-part series. And to be honest with you, before this video ends, there's a few dark things leading up to part 3, which I'll talk about one specific character